A Survivor Series WarGames 2025 is finally here, and with WWE going all out with a stacked card featuring countless top names, join us there as we predict all the winners and losers of Survivor Series WarGames 2025. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Now let's start off with John Cena vs Dominik Mysterio for the Intercontinental title. John Cena's final PLE match will take place at Survivor Series this weekend. Despite Cena having one match left after the event, that match will take place at a Saturday night's main event special rather than a traditional PLE, meaning that this is one of the most anticipated matches of the year. It's fitting that Cena has his final PLE matchup against Dirty Dom. Mysterio is one of the brightest young talents in the company, and WWE giving Mysterio this match is the nod of approval that Mysterio needs, as it endorses his work and could be the match that pushes him into the main event picture. It was initially reported that WWE's resident GOAT was gonna work WarGames, but WWE have changed course on that it seems. They could obviously deliver an angle which sees Cena pull double duty on the same night, but it was widely reported that WWE wanted to avoid Cena being hurt in WarGames, which is somewhat understandable. As for the match itself, the dynamics have completely changed, as nobody expected Cena to walk into the match as reigning Intercontinental Champion. The initial plans looked to be Cena challenging for the title, but WWE would deliver the shock title change on Raw a number of weeks ago. Does Cena simply retain the title here, or does Cena put over Mysterio in his final PLE matchup? Cena is the master of giving back, so there's going to be a push from Cena to put Mysterio over, but there may be a better way to handle the booking of the match. If Mysterio wins, he defeated one of the greatest of all time, but he's still Intercontinental Champion, and unless WWE has plans to have Mysterio feud with CM Punk over the world title, it's going to be a wasted win. Having Mysterio take Cena to his absolute limit and even have him kick out of a Super AA may be the right booking method here, and WWE could even have Cena endorse Mysterio after the match. But it's the crowd dynamic that's going to play a key factor in the match, as the match is taking place in San Diego, which just so happens to be Mysterio's home city. Cena defeating Mysterio and then raising his arm in the air would receive a nuclear reaction, and it could be the perfect way to put Mysterio over. The chances are that Cena walks into his final match as reigning Intercontinental Champion, and if Cena's final opponent is going to be Gunther, this makes a lot of sense. Gunther's Intercontinental title reign was perhaps the greatest title reign of the past decade, and Gunther attempting to get his title back whilst ending the career of the GOAT is an exciting and compelling story for Cena's final ever matchup. Our prediction, John Cena retains the Intercontinental title. Next up is Stephanie Vaquer vs Nikki Bella for the Women's World title. Stephanie Vaquer winning the Women's World title at WrestlePalooza was a huge deal, but it can certainly be argued that since the win, she has cooled off a little. Despite some decent matches, the crowd reactions to her have been somewhat lukewarm, and a lackluster reaction from the Madison Square Garden crowd was rather telling. This is the problem with giving babyfaces the world title just a few months into their main roster run. The crowd have nothing to root for if the wrestler has already reached the top of the ladder. WWE has tried to manufacture some adversity for Vaquer in the form of a now heel Nikki Bella. Nikki, as she's always done, has been delivering some solid heel work on Raw, and there are a few calls from fans on social media to see Nikki to win the title, and it's easy to see where they're coming from. Nikki winning the title at Survivor Series could be a very smart option. It would force WWE to rebuild Vaquer's character, and her losing to a WWE Hall of Famer won't exactly hinder her credibility. Nikki winning the title at Survivor Series could be a very smart option, and it would force WWE to rebuild Vaquer's character, and her losing to a WWE Hall of Famer won't exactly hinder her credibility. There's also the option of having Brie Bella return and help her twin sister win the world title. Brie has stated outright that she wants a WWE return, and Nikki has stated that she wants to end this final WWE run alongside her sister. Does WWE deliver this finish at Survivor Series? Well, it's possible, but this is a finish that could always be saved for the rematch, and it would show Nikki's desperation and her sheer ambition to reach the top of the women's division in WWE once again. But with that being said, all signs point towards Vaquer retaining. It was reported that WWE were considering Vaquer vs Rhea Ripley for the world title at WrestleMania, and this is a certified box office matchup. We all know that Triple H loves extended reigns, and it wouldn't come as a shock to discover that the game wants Vaquer to walk into WrestleMania season as reigning world champion. Our prediction, Stephanie Vaquer retains the Women's World title. Next up is a Women's WarGames match as Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair and AJ Lee take on Nia Jax, Lash Legend, the Kabuki Warriors, and Becky Lynch. One of the most compelling elements when it came to the Women's WarGames matchup is AJ Lee. 5 years ago, the sheer thought of AJ inside a WarGames match would be total insanity, and the fact that she's back full-time in WWE and about to team up with an array of legends is amazing to see. There is obvious concern for her well-being, specifically her neck, as the WWE great was forced to retire due to neck issues, so hopefully she doesn't take any major bumps that could jeopardize her in-ring future. But this is a year of change, and this is the year where WWE needs to give the heels the win inside WarGames. Whilst the babyface side is stacked with the 5 of the most popular WWE female talents of all time, they should look to break away from the status quo and deliver a shock win for the heels. WWE has a number of heels in the match that could secure the pinfall. They have Lash Legend, who only recently debuted on the main roster. Legend pinning one of the legends, pun intended, could be her breakout moment in WWE, and it'd be an easy way to make a new star. There are a lot of theories and speculations relating to a potential heel turn from one of the babyfaces, and the more that time goes on, the stronger this possibility becomes. Where is this heel turn likely to come from? Possibly Alexa Bliss or Charlotte Flair, or even both? This will give the WWE the opportunity to branch out into new rivalries as we head into 2026. A Bliss and Flair vs Rhea Ripley and Io Sky tag feud is a big money rivalry, and this could even be a featured matchup at Wrestlemania 42 next April. The babyface side having the advantage is an interesting psychological trick too, as fans may assume that the stacked babyface side are going to have it easy, but this supports the idea that the heels are going to win, as WWE could be trying to convince the audience that this outcome is already set in stone. When it comes to what name on the babyface side takes the pin, AJ is likely going to push for this. She has spoken at length at how much it means to her to team and wrestle with the women of 2025, so it shouldn't come as too much of a surprise to see AJ's shoulders pinned to the mat on Saturday night. Our prediction? The winner of the women's WarGames match is Team Becky Lynch. And finally, the men's WarGames match, which features CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, the Usos of Jay and Jimmy, and Roman Reigns versus the Vision of Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, and Brock Lesnar. The men's WarGames match for 2025 is perhaps the most stacked WarGames match in WWE history. The babyface side features 4 former world champions, and 2 of them are the reigning world champions on the main roster. The heel side features Brock Lesnar, marking his first ever appearance in the popular match type, so there's naturally major buzz surrounding him in the match. But this is a match where fans are torn on the victors. WWE should look to pull the trigger on the heels winning, as the heels haven't won in a number of years, but will WWE follow through on that? On the heel side is Bron Breakker, and it's no secret that WWE sees Breakker as the next big thing in the company. Breakker pinning one of the babyfaces could be the breakout moment he needs, and it'll be a welcome change to see WWE go all the way with a young star rather than rely on the talent of yesteryear. It's not out of the realm of possibilities that Lesnar secures the win. WWE is fully aware of Lesnar's drawing power, and they may look to book him versus Cody Rhodes or CM Punk at the Royal Rumble in January. In relation to which one of these is more common, Punk is the fresher matchup, as Rhodes and Lesnar had a number of matches in 2023, and Punk and Lesnar have only wrestled once, and this was 12 years ago. But the X factor in the match is Jimmy Uso. Fans are questioning why on earth Jimmy is in the match at all. The spot was destined for LA Knight, as he's been feuding with the Vision faction for months, but WWE evidently believed Jimmy was the better fit. There are rumors online that Jimmy is going to be taken out of action on the day of the PLE, and he will be replaced by a mystery individual. If this occurs, it's unlikely to be LA Knight, as LA wasn't even present on the Go Home Raw before Survivor Series. The name likely to replace Jimmy is the legendary John Cena. If this happens and Cena is in the match, it's a strong possibility that the babyfaces win, and it's likely that Cena gets his win back over Lesnar. Lesnar squashing Cena at WrestlePalooza was never followed up in any capacity, so this will be a fitting way to wrap up that controversial story arc. Ultimately, this is a match where Triple H will be in 2 minds in how to book it. The closing shot of the babyfaces standing tall may be seen as a money shot by him, but going all in on Bron Breakker and having them stand tall as a man gets the pinfall win will be such an emphatic statement. We know that the game doesn't take too kindly to criticism, and he's been forced to openly address WWE's issues with aging talent during a recent interview. What better way to clap back at this criticism than making Survivor Series WarGames all about Breakker? Our final prediction: Team Vision wins the men's WarGames match. But will it be over just there? WWE really has a habit of booking fake endings recently, and one fake ending we could see is a massive return. Now, if you follow our daily news, you know the likelihood of Chris Jericho returning to WWE once again. Is this going to be another Survivor Series where WWE delivers a fake ending just like they did with CM Punk and have him show up? Just remember, CM Punk's WWE return seemed like an impossibility at that stage. However, WWE did deliver the goods, and we got one of the biggest returns in WWE history. Whilst Jericho's AEW contract seems to be up in December, who knows, WWE could have pulled some strings and have Jericho return at this year's Survivor Series, turning up and making a huge impact once again. But there you have it, folks, all the winners and losers of this year's Survivor Series. Let us know your predictions down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.